Heart Attack FC is back at it yet again. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's been a while. I took a much needed rest over the past 2 weeks and I really haven't done any content on any social media platform, but I did map out my content calendar for the month of February, so there is a lot in store for you guys. I'm really excited about it. And we had an FA Cup game and I really was not expecting Chelsea to struggle so much against League One side Plymouth. They're 7th in the league right now. I really thought that this was going to be a walk in the park. I thought that we would win by like 3 or 4 goals and it ended up being quite a stressful game. So let's get into it. First off, taking a look at the starting 11, there were no surprises for me. This was a starting 11 that I would fully expect for this FA Cup match. Callum Hudson-Odoi, Mason Mount, Hakeem Ziyech and Lukaku all up front, and we see that Chelsea have reverted back to a back 4 for this match, and I do think that we're probably going to continue to see a back 4 as long as Reece James or Ben Chilwell are out. Like I said, I really felt that Chelsea were going to dominate in this match, and if you look purely at the stats, you could say that they did, because they had an astounding 41 shots in this match, which is crazy. 11 shots on target, yet only managed to get 2 goals and 1 coming during extra time. They also had 27 chances created, which we will go into. But Chelsea really dominated in this match. I remember at one point during the match they had over 90% possession, which is mad. I don't know why I always have such a hard time saying percent possession. Like, say it 5 times fast, like it is so difficult. But anyways, I really felt that Chelsea were dominant in this match. So what happened? Why did we only score 2 goals? And it really went down to the wire, especially with that penalty conceded at the last minute as well. But let's get into my 5 key takeaways from Chelsea to Plymouth 1 after extra time. The first one is, and I've said this before in previous videos, but I'm gonna say it again, Hakeem Ziyech is head and shoulders above the rest of the attackers right now when playing in this back 4 formation. It really suits him. He looks so comfortable. He's able to roam into space on that right hand side, and you don't have that wing back necessarily overlapping to occupy those similar spaces. He finds a lot of time and space on the ball, and he's able to cut in with his favored left foot. You'll see him always trying to cut in on that left hand foot. I rarely see him do anything with his right foot. But I thought that he again looked so sharp, so strong. He was one of the only ones who is taking shots from outside of the box, taking shots at all. I do want to say that I think that Kova did that as well, but he was the one who was really trying to create. I felt like all of the creative things that were happening were coming through Hakeem Ziyech. He put a lot of really lovely balls and crosses into the box, and just nobody got on the end of them no matter where they were placed, which was incredibly frustrating. And that leads me to point number 2 and point number 3. So point number 2 is that Chelsea's attack, no matter how much money we seem to spend on it, still it's not clicking. Something isn't working. It's really frustrating. Yet again, both of our goals today came from fullbacks. I've been saying for a while that this is not sustainable, that we need to have our attackers start scoring more goals, and none of them look confident in front of goal. Which brings me to point number 3. I thought that Lukaku had a really bad game. I thought that he was so poor. We paid £100 million for him, and he just didn't look like he wanted to be there. He had really bad body language. He wasn't making runs. Like I mentioned previously, Ziyech put some really beautiful balls into the box, and he wasn't going for it. I didn't feel like he was trying to win headers, to win balls. In the second half, maybe his hold-up play improved a little bit, but you would expect so much more from somebody who costs £100 million, is on 350K a week, at Chelsea, and he just looks like he doesn't want to be there. And after the interview, I said, you know what, I'm going to try to give him the benefit of the doubt, because maybe things got lost in translation. It was definitely really, really freaking poor of him to do that, but let him do his talking on the pitch. But he hasn't done that, and I can't even feel sorry for him because he's put this pressure on himself, because of course all Chelsea fans are going to be judging his performance, because after everything that he said, he needs to do his talking on the pitch, and he has not been doing that, and that's incredibly frustrating. This is a team that just won the Champions League last season, and I really don't feel that you should pick apart a Champions League winning side just to try to cater to the needs of one individual. I think that the team has to find a way to work with Lukaku, and Lukaku needs to find a way to work with the team, but he just doesn't look bothered right now, and that is really frustrating. And you would expect, especially in a fourth round FA Cup match, that Lukaku would show up, get a goal or two. He didn't look close to scoring. Pivoting to the other end of the pitch, I didn't think that Kepa had all that much to do today. He really could have not done anything for that first goal. But yet again, he comes in and saves the day. When Chelsea concede a late penalty, I was thinking, here we go again to penalties. Why do we do this to ourselves? And he saved another penalty. I don't know how he does it. I really don't know how he manages to save so many penalties. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Is there anybody who saved more penalties than Kepa? Like, please let me know on, like, based off of the games that they've played, because it just feels like he's so confident with penalties. I absolutely love it. I don't know what mind games he plays with the person who's taking the penalty, but it was brilliant from him. So Kepa is the penalty king. And finally, my fifth key takeaway, which is a bit of a silly one, but I want to bring a mix to the channel, is that it's not too late to start playing Marcos Alonso as a striker. I'm partly kidding, but he just has such a good shot on him, and he scores the goal, and he always looks like he has a goal in him and looks like scoring. And I don't know, maybe his talents would be best used at striker, where he doesn't need to run as much and he can just take shots, and he's an aerial presence as well. And I don't know, maybe he would get something out of we would get something out of the attack with Alonso up front. Who knows? I'm mostly joking, but I honestly wouldn't be opposed to seeing it for like one game. Honestly, I wouldn't. He always manages to get a goal. And today, it was really all about the Spaniards. Azpilicueta scored a brilliant goal. So happy for him. When I saw that he was the goal scorer, I was like, yes. Almost scored a second as well. It was marked offside. Alonso scores the winner for Chelsea in extra time, and Kepa prevents the penalty from going to penalties. So 3 Spaniards, all super influential in the match today. We love to see it here. You know, I'm based in Madrid. And overall, Chelsea got the job done. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't easy. We should have won by a much larger margin. Thomas Tuchel has some work to do. I don't know when he's going to be able to join up with the team because he's tested positive for COVID. But he has some work to do. The coaches have work to do with the team before the club goes to the Club World Cup. Because this is a trophy that I really, really, really want to win. And I did not feel so convinced by the performance that I saw today. As for my man of the match for this game, I'm giving it to Hakeem Ziyech. He didn't end up getting a goal contribution in this match, but I really felt that he was one of, if not the strongest player on the pitch. And I felt that everything creative was going through him. He created a lot. Like I said, I thought that he was one of the only attackers that was willing to take shots to try to create something. And I was really impressed with that. So even though he didn't get a goal contribution, and maybe it's easier to say Aspi or Alonso or Kepa as the men of the match, and I could see, you know, maybe Aspi or Kepa more so, I do think that Hakeem Ziyech deserved man of the match in this game for his performance. Thought it was really, really strong. Let me know what your reaction is to that roller coaster of a match. I felt like my My nerves were just up and down the entire time. It was really a crazy game, and it just goes to show you that anything can happen in the FA Cup. There's magic in the FA Cup, which I do love. Plymouth played a great game. Massive credit to them because I thought that they played fantastic. They executed their game plan very, very well, and they nearly got away with it. They nearly took it out from under us. But at the end of the day, we got the win. That's all that matters. So let me know your thoughts down below, and until next time, I'm out. Bye.